We certainly are. So yes, actually have retouched cover chapter 91 of Chainsaw Man. As we know, 90 brought the return of our favourite character in the whole entire manga. And yeah, she's great. I mean, it kind of ended like, whoa, what's going on here? But you kind of like, actually, you might just be to actually like, you know, just confuse Makima even more, because she's like, what the fuck is happening? All the time now at this point in this manga. She's kind of like, yeah, what's happening most of the time now? So yeah, I mean, also got kind of confirmation this actual manga's ending, like, as well, which is inherently really interesting, because I mean, I think this actually was going to end at some stage, because Fire Punch was like 83, I think, chapters long. This is actually on 91 at this point, which actually covered 91 today. So yeah, it makes sense for this actually kind of come to a close. I actually do very wonder how this whole entire thing will wrap up, considering there's so many things happening. Too many characters basically just MIA'd, like good old Yoshida and god damn it, too many other characters as well the more I think about it. So yeah, I mean, how this whole entire thing will end is yet to be seen. Anyway, it's actually put on Twitter, actually gone live. I'm more than anything wondering what's happened to Kishibe as well. That man got vibe checked so goddamn hard. He's basically went, what the fuck? It just started vibing somewhere. He's vibing somewhere, old Kishibe. I do believe we actually are good to go. They certainly are. He's vibing somewhere. All the characters at MIA are basically just vibing somewhere in this manga at this point. Vibing somewhere. Alive, maybe? Dead inside? Maybe, most certainly. But anyway, let's actually begin 91. She's called Power. Power. Put Chainsaw Man down on the ground. Power. Why? Why? Why did I defy Makima? There's no way I can win. Gah, At this point, probably it's got a good point. She's got a good point there. Can anyone actually win against Makima? Like, theoretically speaking? All lives are equally trivial, including mine. So any death, even my own, is nothing to be sad about. But Denji can't die, because Denji's my first friend. Power. Breaking my heart here a little bit. At this point in this manga series, my heart is already broken as is, but Power's kind of just like, oh yeah, this is chapter 1 all over again. This is the whole entire thing with Pachita. Power? Denji, I'm here to save you. I lived enough power. I ate a lot of good grub, flirted with a girl, got to play video games with you guys, slept next to you. From my point of view, back when I was stuck in a debt trap, I really did get to live my dream life. Some good. There's nothing good waiting for me in life anymore anyway. Plus, you won't be there, right? Dummy! Don't say that, don't say that. Do you miss me so much you can't do anything? I do. You're such a fool. When devils die in this world, they're reborn in hell. I won't be me anymore though. So if we meet again, I'll probably be his enemies. Denji, go find the Blood Devil. Find them, make friends with them somehow, and turn the Blood Devil back into power again. Then I can be your buddy again, can't I? Denji, this is a contract. I'll give you my blood in exchange. Come find me. Hey, it is. This is pretty much chapter 1 all over again. Power? fucking dude's been there the entire time, hasn't he? he's been vibing next to a dumpster truck, hasn't he? God, fucking Kishibe just been vibing there the entire time. You can't tell me otherwise. Denji. Question: are you Denji, or are you the Chainsaw Man monster? If you're Denji, I'll set you free from Makima somehow. If you're a monster, then keep on sleeping in a dumpster. He was just vibing the entire fucking time. I can't believe it. The man got me. He's like goddamn Gene Parmesan from Arrested Development. He just randomly appears. he comes back for the important parts. But the fuck is Yoshida though? That man's still somewhere. Man's just vibing next to a dumpster. Just kind of, he's living life. Whole world's gone to shit. He's by a dumpster, just waiting. Well, at least we got our boy back. We got our boys back, technically speaking. We even got Kishibe back as well. We got our boys back. I mean, we still missing Aki though, which was kind of depressing, but and with some power, technically speaking, as well. But we got Kishibe back. He's there. He's vibing. So yeah, I mean, I guess we kill Makima somehow. That's where we go to next. I guess the entire thing now is to be set free from Makima. But then again, it's how is the question, because we've already kind of theorized if she gets hurt, the pain goes to the people of Japan. So if he were to kind of like kill Makima, he's theoretically speaking killing the country as well. So that's a massive thing to kind of like hurdle over at this point. Whether or not the entire thing is possibly that whether or not Denji does in theory kind of end Makima himself is yet to be seen, because we don't necessarily know whether or not if, say, like her whole entire like thought process of being eaten alive by Chainsaw Man might in theory come true. Though technically I'm guessing maybe not, because theoretically speaking now he's Denji, not Chainsaw Man. So that's kind of up in the air now. But yeah, I mean, we're getting to the point now where it's like you can tell it's ending. Like we're basically at chapter 1 again. It's almost reborn at this point, which is kind of interesting when you think about it, because essentially 90 and 91 have all been but just retellings of chapter 1 from a different perspective. Like in essence, like how 90 was power, like becoming who she was at that point, actually then mirroring when Denji got Chainsaw Man's powers, basically. And now we have the entirety of like 91 mirroring when the contract between Pachita and Denji kind of gets formed as well. So we could have done, to be honest, but would that theoretically actually ended her completely though? That's the other thing to know, whether or not that would have actually been the end of Makima. Who knows? She actually might come back. Maybe Cosmo back. That'd be great. Cosmo just coming back and just being like, Makima, you ain't shit, and then the entire manga just ends at that point. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we're kind of I guess it's kind of a good trade-off. She'd just not be able to do anything she can do at this point ever again, so that'd be kind of great. But yeah, I mean, how does one end Chainsaw Man? Because there's way too many things going on at this point. We have way too many, like the entirety of like, we have like a good, I would say, a lot of time still with like finding out Elusa ends in this whole entire manga. The entire thing with the past as well. More or less, because we don't necessarily know much. We only been told what happened in the past, not been ever been shown it. So the entirety of like the before Chainsaw Man actually could in theory make up its own manga at this point, because there is a lot going on there. Then we have the entire thing with much of it. What else is actually going on as well? The whole entire thing with the Gun Devil as well. That could in theory kind of be elaborated on a little bit more. Yeah, I'm guessing we are going to go to hell again at this point in the manga. I'm guessing we actually are going to hell, because it does seem as if that's the case. Whether or not the whole entire thing with powers are probably telling signs actually how to end Makima is yet to be seen, but it does seem very indicate that possibly that might be a kind of a possibility. But yeah, it's interesting how Fujimoto's actually kind of gone about like doing this, because he has technically just rewrote the entirety of Chainsaw Man. It was just come full circle, like literally full circle, because we went from chapter 1 to 9 to 89 to actually then go back to chapter 1 again. So yeah, I mean, it's clever how it's been done, because you don't necessarily kind of are conscious of it, but it is basically the retelling of chapter 1 and 2. That's a good point, because we don't necessarily know if whether or not because 20 was still alive, whether or not Cosmo and everyone else is alive. That would make a lot of sense. So in that case, yeah, maybe that is the kind of indication, but no, the other thing to note is they're under Makima's control. That's the other thing to note, because we know what's happened. But yeah, I mean, that's a good point, whether or not that does in very factor into the entire thing. Because it does make a very interesting case, because we don't have, technically speaking, there's only pretty much 2 ways to end Makima. One of them is basically like in not so many cases destroying the entirety of like Japan. I take it from what she was saying. The second is that Cosmo is still alive, and then we actually incapacitate, as you said, Makima. That's the only other possibility, unless by some miraculous fluke that we do in theory end Makima via the hands of how she wants to be ended. But then I'm guessing, frantically speaking, none of what she actually wanted to come true, because she hasn't got a utopian place. Everything's still basically exactly the same, and now Denji's back, so basically it's even more flawed. So her whole entire plan basically went up in flames, quite literally, because it didn't really go anywhere. We're basically still at square one with her plan. She kind of thought she was going to get somewhere, then it just kind of went nowhere. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Yoshida just shows up, just goes, fuck it, and just game ends Makima. That's his whole entire purpose. He just turns up, just goes, Octopus, do your shit, and then that's the entirety of Makima gone. That would be an amazing twist if she just literally just goes down like in like 1 second. Like this whole entire time she's like this, like, bruv, meant to be scared, and just boom, she's gone. That'd be an amazing twist. I would actually probably love that. I would actually pay money to actually see that ending. God, but yeah, I mean, I guess I wonder how many chapters we actually Dune 3 have left, because if anything to go by, when they announced this for Kimetsu had, I think, 4 chapters to go before the end, or 5. And I believe that Shonen jumped on break after November the 9th, I think, if I remember. So we might not see the ending this year. It might be the beginning of next year. We might see the ending. So yeah, we'll be waiting we'll be waiting a bit, I would say, to actually see the complete ending of Chainsaw Man. But yeah, I mean, it's weird to see the series kind of conclude in a way, because we've been with it so long. At this point, 2 years, that it's kind of weird to see it go. And actually now it's kind of it's sad. But at the same time, we've got our characters back, besides Aki. Aki's basically gone, which is kind of the most like, bruh. Same, to be honest. If he's doing some crazy shit later on, I'm all for it. He makes the most like mundane manga in the universe after this point. Like, just kind of, it's like, I've just done the most like insane manga in the world. Got to do something mundane, my dudes. And we're like, yeah, sure, why not do it? Do it, my dude. We'll read it. But yeah, I'm just more puzzled to actually see how we're actually in Endgame now. So I just wonder how we're gonna get there, and who's gonna show up for this. It's gonna be like, is it gonna be full blown Avengers Endgame? Like, everyone just shows up through a portal, and they're like, yeah, boys, hit down Makima, and then just that's how it ends. Again, I would love that if like Denji just goes, just like, yo, everyone assemble, and then just like just peer through a portal, and then just everyone just sort of just vibes. Because everyone just gets on Thanos the entire time, and then everyone just kind of just vibes a bit and just takes down Makima. Though I do maintain, yeah, what happened with Kabeni? She was vibing for a bit. She just kind of appears and then disappears randomly. I think Maka didn't kill her. I think she's just vibing still. Well, she hasn't appeared in this chapter. I don't think she's actually in any of the panels. No, she's somewhere. I think Maka just forgot about her completely. So yeah, I mean, where do we go from here? So yeah, I mean, she's probably there, but she's just forgotten about. She's she's just kind of stuck somewhere. The whole entirety of Kame's character is just to kind of just be randomly in places and actually just randomly appear sometimes and actually be like, oh shit, and then just disappear randomly. She's like Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. She's like completely invisible like 80% of the time until someone realizes she's there. We're like, oh shit, there she is again. that's Kaben's character. I wonder how her whole entire character arc will actually end as well. More importantly, how's her character going to end? Because we don't necessarily know how her whole entire character will conclude. She's a mystery as well. But yeah, I mean, god damn it, Chainsaw Man, ending, bro. It's ending. Just don't want to see it. Don't want to see it go. just never mentioned ever again. It's like a little title card that says Kaben's actually still alive and just vibing somewhere. That's all we get with Kaben's character. I'm just more depressed we don't have Aki anymore either. He's completely gone. Well, maybe he might come back. Who knows? Who knows? It might be end of Evangelion ending as well. That's the other thing to note. Or the whole entire world just ends and then just it gets reborn. It gets reborn and Aki's like, oh shit, I'm alive. And I'm like, yeah, boy. Though I don't think it will, because End of Evangelion ended badly when it came to like the characters. This vibing on the beach, and that was about it. I don't think he can come back, but I just have some inkling that there's some miraculous fluke that somehow there's some legal loophole in the entirety of like the whole entire thing with devils and everything like that he just comes back. It just poops into existence. It's like, oh shit, what that happened? Oh, we just exploited the loophole in the entirety of like the devil thing. It's like, oh, okay. Who knows at this point in Chainsaw Man? We just got to vibe for a little while and see what happens. But yeah. Well, that was 91. The first of the end game of Chainsaw Man, I'm guessing, or like the start of the end game, I should say, really. We'll have to wait and see what happens with this manga, and whether or not we actually will in free see. When's the next chapter, actually, when I think about it? 11th, which I guess is Sunday? Is it Sunday? Next Sunday? Must be next Sunday. So yeah, I'll be here to actually see how this whole entire thing continues. Whether or not Kishibe actually has some master plan, whether or not it will go up in flames as well, who knows. But anyway, that is me done for today. As always, if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on Twitch, and do leave a follow on Twitch because indeed there's something quite a bit. If you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube, Doom Free, leave a like because indeed there's something quite a bit. If you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube, Doom Free, leave a follow on or leave a sub on YouTube as well because both help me quite a lot. If you have enjoyed this whole entire stream Doom Free, follow me on Twitter. Or join Discord as well, because both do help quite a lot, and both will then tell you when your streams go live and any other streams I do as well. But until next time, some more Chainsaw Man. See you guys later. Bye for now.